Hey everybody, welcome back. We're over on the crank machine this morning, and I've got Scott's Scrambler crankshaft in there. And I am just finishing up polishing the mains. I've got some light on it, I hope you can see those okay. The mains came out perfect. There's still a little bit of polishing rouge on the rods. I'm going to start doing those now. I just finished up the mains. They're all going to work out size-wise. And you remember the rear main journal had a 1/1000th undersized bearing. I'm going to try and, hang on, let me try and get you in there. I'm going to show you what they were after when they ground it. Okay, you see that speck right there? I believe that's what they were going after when they tried to clean it up at 1. Now that speck is pretty deep. I would not try and get that out with 10 or 20 because it is deep. It's polished smooth. It won't catch. It won't wear the bearing. It won't do anything. It was just happened to be a defect in the crank, and I'm not worried about that. The factory tried to clean it up at 1/1000th under, you know, grinding it, and realized they didn't, and they left it. And quite a few miles later, the crank is still fine, so we're going to leave that. It's going to be not a problem at all. So now I'm going to go after rods. We're going to polish those up. They're in just about the same kind of condition as the mains, and as you can see, the mains came out perfect. So we're going to go after rods now. We'll measure it. Like I say, all the main journals are well within spec, and the rods are to the high side of the spec right now, so we got no worries there. But like I say, I've got some polishing grease or polishing rouge, whatever you want to call it. You can put it on the belt. Sometimes I smear it on the journal itself. You can see it there, and either way, you want something between the belt and the journal there, and that fine grease is what does the job. So we have the scotchbrite belt on there, and that won't take any material, and it'll get right in the radiuses real nice. So we'll go after that and give you a peek at that. Okay, we'll check those first 3, see how they came out, and if they look good, we'll continue on. Okay guys, the first 3 look real good. Let's go after the rest of them. Okay, we'll get some of that polishing compound off there. We'll have to run brushes through all the oil galleys and really clean this crank, but just for now I want you to see how just a little bit with that scotchbrite and the proper polishing rouge, I want you to see how nice a job that does. Let's try and get us zeroed in on one of these guys. I think you can see just how nice it is. This crank, it's not very often I get one that I can just polish. It's like, you know, real high odds that you get a real good crank like this. I'm very surprised at the quality of this crank. Being the rest of the Jeep was kind of a disaster. Nobody screwed around with the engine, and literally it just takes a couple minutes. Not even a couple minutes, maybe not even a minute on each one, and it does a very nice job. If you use like a sandpaper belt, that's not bad, but either a cork belt or a scotchbrite type belt really gets in the radius nice. You can clean that up nice. It doesn't screw anything up. It doesn't take material like a 400 grit might, and the crank is absolutely beautiful. So let's take a couple measurements and see exactly where we're at on the rods. Okay, the factory spec for the rod journal diameters is 2-inch 0.93 and 4/10 to 2-inch 0.95 and 5/10, and 1/1000 to 3/1000 and 7/10 oil clearance. So quite a big range for oil clearance. But, let's check this guy right here. We are 294 and 5/10. 294 and 3/10. 2.094 and 3/10. 2.094, right on the money. 2.094 and 3/10. 2.094 and 5/10. So we are perfect on that, Scott. I am very happy with the quality of the journals, and we are going to have no oil clearance problems, and I am super happy the way this crank turned out without even grinding it. Like I say, it's very uncommon that all you have to do is polish them, but finally got one. So the mains, the size is 2.499 and 5/10 to 2/500 and 1/10, and we hit on every single one of those as well, except the back. The back, like I say, they turn that 1/1000 to try and clean it up, and like I say, we have a oversized bearing for that. But, let's see what that came in at. Two-inch 4. 98 and, yeah, I gotta get my glasses on, 98 and a half. So we are 1/1000 under on that, and like I say, we'll put that 1/1000 over bearing in there. And there she is. The crankshaft's ready to come off the machine, get cleaned, rust proofed, and put in a bag, and wait until the rest of the engine is ready for it. So there it is, Scott. Super happy with it. I know you will be too. And we'll get it out of the machine now. Okay, Scott, got you all lubed up and bagged. We'll get you over on the finished crankshaft cart. Next one going on the machine is this MB crank. I've got to check the rear main seal area out pretty good, see if I need to weld and grind that one. But MB is going on the machine next. So I will bring that to you as it happens. But for now, we got Scott's finished. And just a shorty today to show you it is possible to save a crank with a little bit of polishing if it comes out of the engine in as fantastic a shape as this one did. So look into those scotchbrite belts. They are super, super nice. And I know you'll be happy with them if you do any crank grinding or crank polishing or anything like that. So just a short one for today. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.